It's certainly been an interesting start to 2021. We managed the transition of power in the United States. Don't know that you could call it a peaceful transition of power, but we got there, and the Democrats are now running all three levels of government. So we quickly saw the passing of a substantial stimulus plan, putting a lot of new money into the economy. So from a market point of view, that did raise the fear of inflation. So there was some volatility through the first quarter, but ultimately both the US and Canada ended up substantially higher. And returns are a little more broad-based than they were in 2020, with some of the more traditional value, call it, areas doing well, financials and energy in particular, which is why the Canadian market actually did outperform the US. But as we look ahead, we do think the reopening continues. Vaccination is the gateway to that future growth. You're seeing aggressive plans around the world. The US is doing particularly well, as is the UK. I think in April, all 50 states have said anyone over 16 can get the vaccine. Unfortunately, in Canada, we are well behind that. There's certainly been issues with procurement, but we think it's a matter of timing. With that pro-growth environment, we did make some minor changes. We really started to reposition the portfolio in the fall of last year when news of vaccines became available. So some minor tweaks. We sold Couche-Tard because they bought a U.S. grocer, didn't align with the strategy. We actually sold Dollarama, the Canadian company, bought Dollar General because we think there's sort of better opportunities in the U.S. in that regard. And a North American fund, we certainly have that freedoms. We added a company called Amphenol, which is a technology name, but really a broad-based exposed technology name, industrials, automotive, consumer electronics, and those things. And that's how we do see this year certainly continuing to unfold. A lot of pent-up savings, a lot of spending capacity. So we're keeping the portfolio with that pro-growth tilt, watching things like side effects and variants and ultimately inflation, but we think all the data now points to people are keen to get out there, keen to spend, and the vaccinations will get us there.